DPWH confirms suspected ghost flood control projects in Bulacan. Yung Bulacan po ang may pinakang marami na flood control projects. You see, ginisa mga kababayan sa Senado, si DPWH Secretary Manuel Bunuan, at inamin ito sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing that some 5.97 billion na pesos worth ng Bulacan flood control projects awarded to Wawaw Builders Tebes sandang tumistigo kaugnay sa anomalya ng flood control projects. Yung abogado nito Pasio po, sumulat kay Rodante Marcoleta, yan o. Your Honor, I am writing on behalf of my client, former Congressman Arnolfo A. Tevez Jr. with regard to the legislative inquiry of your
nagpapagang mga balita at pagtalakay sa mga isyu na lipungan. Bulsa! Opinyon, banat at paglalantad sa katotohanan. Bulsa! What you see is what you get. You decide.
Kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Pumalingasaw na po yung baho sa DPWH. Damay-damay na to. Makita niya, Mr. Maravilla. Sabi dito sa report ng Manila Bulletin, DPWH confirms suspected ghost flood control projects in Bulacan. Yung Bulacan po ang may pinakang marami na flood control projects. Pero yung Bulacan po, laging nalulubog sa baha hanggang Metro Manila po. At yung baha sa Bulacan, mga kababayan, talagang malala. Inaabot ng 1 month to 3 months. Laging lubog po araw-araw sa tubig yung mga barangay kung saan may mga flood control projects. Kasi nga po, putol-putol. Yung iba ampaw, yung iba kaluluwa. Wala talagang in-implement na project, pero nakakubra. Matindi po itong unang naging expose sa zona ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, yung mga sangkutan niya rito, kahit pa mga kalyado ko, hindi ko na niya kalyado. You see, ginisa mga kababayan sa Senado, si DPWH Secretary Manuel Bunuan, at inamin ito sa Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearing that some 5.97 billion na pesos worth ng Bulacan flood control projects awarded to Wawaw Builders may be ghost projects, prompting senators to demand accountability and deeper investigation into contractors cornering billions in government contracts. Sa buhatan po ito ng mga matitinding magnanakaw sa gobyerno po. Actually, matagal na po ito. Yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos lang ang nagawa ng ganitong expose. Kaya nagsasagawa sila ng investigasyon. Doon na pa tayo sa ginagawa na investigasyon ng Senado na baka sarsuela lang. Kasi sabi nga natin, may mga senador na nagkinabang dito sa mga napangalanan. Nagkinabang po sa pamamagitan ng campaign donations. Alam na ninyo kung sino-sino. At may mga senador na may mga kamag-anak na mga contractors mismo din. Pero tingnan natin kung hindi magiging selective sila sa ididiin, di ba? Subaybayan natin ang investigasyon na to ng Senado kasi pati si Arnie Tevez po gustong mag-volunteer na mag-testify. Parang may mali siya na to. Pag inalaw ito mga kababayan ng Senado, ayan o, Tevez sandang tumistigo kaugnay sa anomalya ng flood control projects. Yung abogado nito Pasio po, sumulat kay Rodante Marcoleta, yan o. Your Honor, I am writing on behalf of my client, former Congressman Arnolfo A. Tevez Jr. with regard to the legislative inquiry of your Honorable Committee on the Substandard and Graft-Tainted Flood Control Projects flagged by President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. As you have put it, this is a difficult issue to investigate and will be challenging considering the enormous problems that will be faced. But that with the cooperation of the people, it will be possible to identify those responsible. In light of your call for cooperation from the Filipino people, Mr. Tevez Jr., through the undersigned, humbly offers his willingness and intention to testify on how graft is being committed in flood control projects. As such testimony may aid in your honorable committee in its investigation and ultimately help
ensure good legislation in governance. Mr. Tebes believes that his experience as a long-time member of the House of Representatives will be invaluable in providing insights and information on the subject matter of the investigation to which others may not be privy or privy. Should your Honorable Committee wish to hear the testimony of Mr. Tebes Jr., please do not hesitate to reach him through the undersigned or our attorney, Rafael Andrada. Binigay niya yung number. Sabi ni Topacio.
Ano niya, Mr. Maravillas, tingin mo sa magiging testimony? Baka malihis. Di ba? Baka malihis sa direksyon. Makaduda na nga po, kanila lang sa mga opening statements po, grandstanding yung mga senador. As if malilinis sila lahat. Lalo na si Joel Villanueva, pati si Mark Villar, si Bungo, sino pa yon? Pati si Jingo Estrada. Sabi ko nga, para maniwala kami, umpisahan ninyo sa seatmates ninyo. Pag inumpisahan ninyo sa mga seatmates ninyo, tulad kay Bongo, maniwala kami. Villanueva kay Chis Escudero, maniniwala kami niyan. Credible yung investigation. Pero itong offer ni Tebes, iwan ko lang. Tingnan natin kung pagbigyan. Pero pati po yung mga netizens, duda rin.
Sabi ni Daniel Polido Garcia, kung kailan nakakulong, saka nais mag-testify. Bakit now lang? Naisipan kong tunay na may alam. Sabi ni Danilo Manlangit, mas okay yan, damay-damay na. Ilabas ang mga dapat ilabas. Sabi ni Banjo Sapanta, sus, gusto mo lang sumipsip ng mabawas-bawasan asunto mo? Kung di ka pa nakulong, sasabihin mo ba yan? Los-los mo o pao? Doda sila. Sabi ni Robert, basta yung tama lang, hindi yung mandadamay lang para makaganti. May kasama lang at sana kung hindi totoo ang kanyang sasabihin, dubli ng kaso. Sabi ni Arte Odnas Nipsmi, manahimik ka dyan sa kulungan, samahan mo na si Topacio. Sabi ng isa pa, magkakanta na sila. Sabi ni Fernando Baula Villedo Sr., huwag ka nang umiksi na, Tebes, magpahinga ka na lang sa silda, manggugulo ka lang. Sabi ni Roberto, tatakas pa yan na kliyente mo, pwede naman sa video call. Sabi ni Litong Salazar, huwag ka na, gumatong ka pa. Sabi ni Larry Manat, huwag nang palabasin para hindi makatikim ng aircon. Sabi nito Palit Santos, magiganti lang yang kriminal na yan, baliw din tong si Topacio. Sabi ni Ariel Boringot, no need na siya, asikasyon niya ang kaso niya. Huwag na siya makisawsaw, please advise Atty. Topacio. Sabi ni Rico Dada, huwag na dyan ka na lang sa kulungan. Sabi ni Ilrami Agura, for what? Exchange deal? Sabi ni Edwin Fernandez, shut up!
Malamang yung motibo, mga kababayan. Gustong makisawsaw. Baka guluhin lang yung investigasyon, lalo na malihis. Makaduda na nga po. Doon pa lang sa introduction, makaduda na.
O ngayon, sabi ni Bonoan po sa pagtatanong ni Jinggoy, in all honesty, Your Honor, I think so. Sabi po ni Bonoan. Estrada pressed him further, citing reports received by his office that projects in Kalumpit, Malolos, Inagonoy, Bulacan were ghost projects allegedly awarded to Wawa Builders as well as Sims contractor. Sagot ni Bonoan, yes, that's true. The information we received. Wawa Builders is among the top 15 contractors named by President Marcos that received the bulk of the government flood control projects over the years. Bonoan later disclosed that Wawa Builders had secured projects worth 9 billion nationwide, including 5.97 billion for 85 projects in Bulacan alone. Matindi po. All under the First Engineering District Office. In these 85 projects, he said, there could be some ghost projects. So ito po, mga kababayan, pakinggan natin yung porsyon ng pagtatanong.
Ang basis ninyo sa request for funding is Department Order number what? Department Order number 23, series of 2015. Am I correct?
You're correct, Mr. Chair.
Kasi po, Mr. Secretary, kaya po natin iniisa-isa ito para maintindihan natin lahat. Meron pong jurisdictional amount kasi. Yes. Yung district offices, district engineers offices, 100 million. Tama?
150 million level nila, Mr.
150.
150 million, Mr. Chair.
O yung regional district offices?
Above 150 to 400 million, Your Honor.
National offices above what?
No limit, Mr. Chair.
No limit. Pero lahat po ng ito, Mr. Secretary, either ito po ay prosecuted by District Engineer's Office with the threshold amount as you have stated, regional district offices with the threshold amount, and national offices with unlimited amount. Lahat po ng mga contractors nito are required to have the SLCC. Am I correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
SLCC is single largest contract. It's based on the... Galingan mo, Senator Jinggoy, ha?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Is si Ms. Cabral ba nandito? Was she invited? Was she invited by this committee? Maybe we can invite her in the next
Hindi,
day.
nandito naman ng pinaka-boss, si Secretary.
But I would like to ask...
Mas gusto mo siyang makita kaysa Secretary.
Hindi naman. Mr. Secretary, huwag na tayo magpaligoy-ligoy pa. Kung hindi pa binulgar ni Pangulong Marcos ito mga anomalya na nangyari dito sa mga flood control projects, hindi niya ba iimbestigan ito? Kailangan pa umabot ng Senado para imbestigan ito dahil binulgar ni Pangulong Marcos ang mga di umano yung mga anomalya tungkol sa mga flood control projects.
Hindi naman po siguro, I think, Your Honor, I think this is a routine process naman ng department that every project that we complete must have to undergo a quick, has to undergo a validation audit before we fully pay the contract amount, Your Honor. So meron yung quick quality assurance unit, may audit team na dapat umiikot parati, Your Honor, before we pay the final payment for this project, Your Honor.
Who is this person who is in charge of inspecting the quality control in Bulacan before you relieve them?
In the district office, Your Honor.
In charge nga doon sa quality control ng Bulacan. I don't know.
Just may I have to consult. Your Honor, sorry about that. But the person who is supposed to undertake quality control in the district is Norberto Santos, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, I would like to I move that we invite this person in our
Noted.
Okay. I'm done, Mr. Chair.
Let another clarification. Kanina po sinabi namin yung total flood control budget ay 849. Yun pong 849 billion was only for 2022 to 2024. Ang total po from 2022 to 2025 is actually 1,200 billion 308,300,000 or 1.2 trillion pesos. For the record po. Let me now shift to Senator Tulfo for a very, very few questions.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, may we invite the COA district head in First District in Bulacan and the Bulacan DPWH First District Alcantara to be present next hearing, Mr. Chair.
Please take note of the request.
All right. Now let me direct my question to the Department of Public Works and Highways. Mr. Secretary, based on the list released by the President, there are top provinces with flood control projects. Okay? Pero they're not on top of the list na flood-prone area, like Cebu with 414 flood control project, Isabela 341, Albay 273, Leyte 262, Camarines Sur 252. Tinitignan ko po itong listahan. Wala po sila dito sa top 10 flood-prone province. Ang number 1 po dyan, Pampanga, Nueva Ecija, Pangasinan, Tarlac, Bulacan, Metro Manila, Maguindanao, North Cotabato, Oriental Mindoro, Ilocos Norte. Ang tanong ko po, Mr. Secretary, Ano po sinunod ho natin dito? Yung hazard mapping po ba? O sinunod natin yung politiko kung saan niya gustong ilagay yung pondo niya? Mr. Secretary.
Your Honor, as I have explained, actually po, yung paglalagay po ng projects, na flood control projects, under the National Expenditure Program po ito, no? Under the National Expenditure Program, meron po kasing allocation for each engineering district. Allocation po. And then, if you say there is a 1 billion allocation for a engineering district, ang policy po namin dito is 70% of that should go to the core program of the department, which is National Road Program Management and bridges, and of course flood control projects. So, ito po yung core program ng department. So at the end, these are prioritized, and 70% of the 1 billion, as I said, 1 billion, theoretical 1 billion, can be allocated for local infrastructure. So in the allocation of that 70%, it is all up to the priorities in that district where to put the allocations, either in roads or flood control, Mr. Chairman. So at the end of the day, ang kwan po nito is actually, we, as I mentioned, it has to go through the process of the projects would have been included in the regional budget proposal.
Kaya nga, Mr. Chair, bakit po napakalaki naman ng pinondo po dito sa mga probinsya na ito, when in fact, wala ho siya sa top 10 list ng flood control. Billions po yung pinondo. Ano po ang basis, legal basis po, na pondohan itong 5 probinsya na ito na hindi naman po flood prone sila, Mr. Secretary?
Ito po kasi yung situation, Mr. Chair. As far as the National Expenditure Program that is submitted, these are equitably distributed amongst all the legislative and engineering districts. However, Mr. Chair, I think we know that actually after the General Appropriations Act, marami po yung mga projects that are included.
I understand that, Mr. Chair, pero yun nga po, ibabalikan na lang ho natin yan because ang tanong po natin, napakalaki naman po ng pondo at saka napakaraming flood control projects ng mga lugar na ito. Hindi po ba ninyo nasilip ito nung nilagay po ninyo sa NEP? Did you check man lang or ask as you're planning or whoever is in charge na kailangan natin lagyan dito ng flood control, Cebu, blah, blah, blah. Sana tinignan din ho natin kung magaling ho yung planning natin, kung sino man niya may hawak dyan, binabaha ba? Ang tanong po dyan, binabaha ba? Bakit tayo magpopondo rin sa lugar na ito kung hindi naman po binabaha? It's a waste of money, Mr. Secretary. Waste of time also.
Malinaw po, kaya hindi masagot ni Secretary Bonoan. Kasi hindi man sila nagdidikta. Nagdidikta yung mga politiko. Di ba? Naipit lang si Bonoan, mga kababayan. Kaya nagdidikta niyan, mga politiko. Kung saan ilalagay. May mga flood control nga po na walang flood. Ang flooded yung bulsa. Di ba po? Ito naman yung pagtatanong ni Jinggoy tungkol sa Ghost Project.
Napupunta doon po sa 15 contractors po. So, marami pa naman po yung other contractors that have participated in the implementation of the flood control projects, but it's a little outstanding, sabi ng ating presidente, that 20% of the total budgets that have been allocated for flood control napunta po doon sa 15. In numbers po yun, I think that is in numbers, Your Honor.
Yes, so sabi ni Pangulong Marcos, 15 contractors cornered 20% of the total budget, or roughly 100 billion pesos.
Yes, Your Honor.
And the remaining 436 billion was split among 2,394 contractors. At hindi ko nababasahin yung mga pangalan ng mga kumpanya ng yung construction company dahil nabanggit na ni Pangulong Marcos yan. Anyway, ilan ang projects ninyo dyan?
Ilan daw yung ghost
This
project?
is on the process of validation, Your Honor. This is
But do you still believe that there are ghost projects there? Or
I
there
think so,
were
Your
ghost
Honor.
projects?
In all candidness, Your Honor, I think so.
You think so?
Yes.
San yan?
Well, as I said, as I mentioned in my statement, there are district offices that we are trying to continue the validation of some of the projects, Your Honor. Let me just point out, Your Honor, that many of these projects also, many of the other projects that I have mentioned, some of these projects were also implemented in 2021, 2022.
Sige. Kailan nyo pa nalaman na may mga ghost projects? Since you assumed office, Mr. Secretary? Or just lately?
Just lately, Your Honor, and unfortunately...
So ibig sabihin, when did you assume as Secretary when President Marcos appointed you in
Yes, Your Honor.
2022?
Yes,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
So you believe in 2022, 2023, 2024, walang ghost project?
Well, Your Honor, at the central office, we are relying actually on our project monitoring information that comes to us actually, unless it's going to be validated actually and field.
So you said siguro merong mga ghost projects. Who informed you na merong mga ghost projects?
Well, there are already informations that are coming up.
Yes. Who in particular informed you that there are
There are
ghost
people in the
projects?
department actually that are...
And how do they know that na merong mga ghost projects?
Well, there are people actually who can actually certify, Your Honor, and these are the projects that we are now intensively validating actually.
Okay,
Your Honor.
my office received reports that there are ghost projects in the municipalities of Kalumpit, Malolos, and Hagonoy in the province of Bulacan. Can you confirm this?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's true.
Well, this is the information that we have received, Your Honor.
And the contractor, allegedly, Wawaw Builders, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And SYMS Construction. Am I correct?
I don't recall that name, Your Honor. But
Who is the owner of Wawaw Builders? Is he here? Is he present here?
Invited but walang reply as of now.
May I know who is the legitimate owner of this construction company? Mark
Alan Arevalo.
Mark Alan Arevalo. Alright.
Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream, pinapahid po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po sa paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito naman po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Naing siya red mix fruit drink. Hindi mo po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry, may anti-cancer properties. O ngayon, yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiritso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos pa? Ayos na ayos niya, Mr. Maravilla. But anyway, ito po pala yung aming bagong product na binibenta online. I am worldwide amazing pure organic barley powdered drink mix from Australia. Negosyo to ng aking anak na architect entrepreneur Riz Maravillas. Ayan po. Kontakin na lang po ninyo siya, Riz Maravillas on Facebook. Ang mga health benefits niya, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhance energy levels, pack with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Sa mga nagana po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. Eye Glow Serum, whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas.